a rare opportunity. In fact, Sri Ramakrishna again and again says, one of the profound enlightened masters, influential in many of those who know about this whole enlightenment literature, Sri Ramakrishna, one of the gurus of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, also has told that just by seeing the body language, or just by seeing in the corner sight the enlightened being, the incarnation, one has the deepest punya and has the blessing of thousands and thousands of blessings they have, just because they are able to see the God incarnate, the living manifestation of Paramashiva, and that is a very rare thing. And having that in the way that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is bringing that possibility again for people to be showered with blessings and showered with transformation in their life, that is the opportunity that darshan presents. And when you go to the darshan, when you attend the darshan, you have an audience with your God. And beautifully inside the Paramashiva program this time, it's a very exclusive opportunity, especially since it's being offered for free, especially in this time when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all of us are practicing the Chaturmasya Vrata, the 4-month period of deep study and living the truths of Hinduism. And that is what is happening in these 4 months of Chaturmasya. It started since the full moon in the last month and is going for another 4 full moons. So these are what is called Chaturmasya, and this is celebrated every year, especially those who are the saints and the sadhus and the pontiffs and the seers of Hinduism. They have been keeping these traditions alive for tens of thousands of years and keep this every year reorientation with our higher selves, reorientation with our higher truths in life. And we do this by specifically reading the books known as the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishad, and the Brahma Sutras. These 3 are known as the Prasthanatraya, and during this period we dive deep into the study of these, not just when you have the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your life. You're rest assured you don't have to do so much of bookish reading and getting into the depth of understanding the words. Of course, if you know that, that is also good, but and if you have an interest in that, that is also encouraged, of course, but it is not something that's going to and be needed for you to have an experiential understanding of what those truths are from the Upanishads. So today we're dealing with one of the beautiful Upanishadic truths also, as perpetual completion. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these truths from the very Upanishads and teaches of what is perpetual completion, being in the space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, of being in the space of continuously again and again diving into yourself and being established in the space of oneness, being established in the space of completion inside of us. Of course, throughout the past few days in the program, as it has begun, about 9 days it's been, and in these days many of the participants have had the opportunity to have an audience with themselves, truly unlike any other time they've ever been able to give themselves. This time with the space of completion, attending to your past wounds, attending to your yourself in a very healing, loving and comfortable, beautiful environment. And that is what the Paramashivam program is. When you go and attend to the session and you attend to yourself in the way that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism guides us, it brings tremendous amount of healing. And in that healing, when you are looking into the possibility of changing yourself or finding the truth within yourself and finding the healing as a possibility in your life, that very seeking grounds you in inside the program. And whenever you sit and experience these truths, they become profound reality, experiential understandings when you listen to them. So, and when you practice them or do the simple completion processes. So one of the techniques of completion that people have been participating in the program is known as the reliving, going back into the past of your and going back to the painful incidences which we may have brushed under the carpet, or we don't want to have to look at because it brings so much amount of pain. But to be able to handle that, we are giving a beautiful environment and a space for you to look into yourself and heal yourself, and know where you have to look in. And some of these things are very painful for us, but the Supreme Pontiff of healing of Hinduism's healing nature, he himself, he comes in front, he comes and shares that it is okay. It is a space you give yourself, a beautiful space to look in and heal, and that is this completion process that is going on. Of course, making all of those patterns redundant, making all of those patterns, of course, when we look in and look back, they all surface up and you may feel a little overwhelmed, but the truth is, just by the healing presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, all of these patterns, all of this suffering from our past, whether it is guilt or sadness or grief, all of these are just redundant in the possibility of the bliss that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism brings to us by just radiating that and sharing that there is a truth and there is a possibility for you to live in continuous bliss. And living in this continuous bliss is what is also known as what we're going to be sharing today with you as perpetual completion, knowing that the original state that you exist in is the bliss. And beautiful techniques have been going on inside the program today, sharing about how to even approach this whole concept of perpetual completion or being unclutched. Actually, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has actually this first video that was ever uploaded on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's YouTube channel was the video on Be Unclutched, and it was a groundbreaking technique back then in 2006 2007, but many people have found that that powerful Mahavakya itself of Be Unclutched was able to really bring them to such a grounded understanding. So the concept or the truth of Nirvikalpa Samadhi that is there in the way the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism teaches us to be unclutched is to find out where the source of the thoughts are, where the source of, and understand that you are the source, you are not the thought itself. And these beautiful techniques are there to perpetually put you continuously into that space. So the program helps us to dive deep and re-put ourselves back into the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, of being in that space of perpetual completion. And some of these techniques, some of them are maybe looking like we may be hearing them here and there as analogies, but in truth they are powerful techniques as to be able to witness the world around you as a Leela, as just a manifestation of Paramashiva itself. And the way we do that is to be able to see the whole world in front of us, the whole thoughts or whatever is happening inside of us as fishes jumping in the ocean, just jumping out. Absolutely no order, just a beautiful arrangement of fish jumping in the ocean. And that is one of the techniques and the ideas that are inserted and contemplated on how these how to actually experience that space of a perpetual completion. So we introduced the idea of what is our world, the perceptions that we carry, and what is the world, and understand that the source of what we perceive and the source of the world that is there around us are actually the same. And we encourage everyone to look into this inside the Parmashiva program. We encourage everyone to understand what is perpetually being complete when you understand both that which is being perceived and the perceiver, and the relationship between these. And we emphasize that through this inquiry one can ultimately discover the true consciousness within, true Paramashiva that exists inside. It's something that you really need to join in the program to be able to understand fully and have your questions and doubts clarified. And we can touch base about it right now, but this is the small introduction to what is perpetual completion and the practicing of it. So we can take perpetual completion to everything we do, whether we're listening to someone or breathing or observing something at a deep perspective. Maybe we're looking at a beautiful sunset or a beautiful mountain or whatever you may be. That knowledge that you are that knowledge of being in that state of the witness of consciousness that is in oneness with everything around us, that is known as Paravidya. And that Paravidya helps us to make all of any other kind of knowledge redundant and actually just something that is almost insignificant or negligible. All other kind of bookish knowledge or academic knowledge, all of these are just something that you can manifest just out of one part of your consciousness. But when it comes to understanding who you are and understanding your connection with the cosmos around you, or your connection with Paramashiva that manifests around you, that truth of that knowledge in just being in that state of perpetual completion is what is known as Paravidya. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's various deep insights on this specific part of Hinduism, he has done so much revelations on it, and not just revelations, helping people and putting them in the experiential understanding, which is something that we have done inside the processes today inside the Paramashiva Home program. So let us take a small break right now and look at a small clip by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on perpetual completion. We'll be right back.
Alright, I don't know about you guys, but still I am in the mood of Samadhi and Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Still I have not come out of Nirvilpa Samadhi and especially Arunagiri Yogeshwara. How many of you literally lived that whole thing when I narrated? I know just that brain mirrors. How many of you are still there in that kick? Actually, today I wanted to work on perpetual completion. Understand? Perpetual completion means ability to sit in the completion continuously without tiredness, boredom, without any incompletion able to move you. Without tiredness, boredom, without any incompletion able to move you. It is like a sit. Whenever incompletions comes up, relive and drop the incompletion. Again, just sit. The space of completion. It will almost look like the initial level, the person who has a diarrhea, how he runs to the restroom and comes back. And in next 5 minutes again he runs to the restroom and comes back. Again he runs to the restroom and comes back. In the initial it will look like that only. But in few minutes it will settle down. It may look like a wrong analogy. You can sit with open eyes or closed eyes. But you can't engage yourself in unconscious slumber, means sleeping. You can't engage yourself in just getting lost in the flow of thoughts. No. You will only sit in the space of complete completion. I am going to be here continuously encouraging you and guiding you. Listen. Listen to the instruction. You don't need to keep your eyes closed or eyes open. It's up to you. You want to keep your eyes open, keep it open. If you want to keep your eyes closed, keep it closed. It's up to you. But no thought current inside. You will sit in the space of completion. Any thought comes up is an incompletion. Then see the source. Why that thought? Feeling agitated, feeling irritated, feeling tired, feeling bored. Why that thought? See the source. When you started developing the same thought trend, relive, complete, relieve, come back to completion. How many of you understand the process? Shall we start? Yes. It will not be difficult, I tell you. Very easy it will be. Only first 10 thought you have to do completion, and then after that it is just a simple decision, you will be in the space of completion. That is all. Permanent pain is nothing but every individual separate thoughts continuously coming. There is no permanent, continuous. Every thought, I have had a hand fracture. Every thought of pain is continuous, not permanent. You can look in what mind says pain, from where that thought trend of pain is developing, how I am developing, look in. When you started developing, just see that thought trend and complete, relive. You will see it disappears. So thought will crash the thought and you will be thoughtless. Understand? Completion is also one thought which completes the incompletion. You will be in the space of completion. I tell you, you can complete even with the life incidences happening. For example, if you are continuously abused, decide I am completing with this pattern. You will see suddenly, you will stop attracting the people who are abusing you. Your life incidents can be completed. What you are talking about, small pains. Yes. I think going through a little bit inside and reliving will help you. No, that hatred to go in is one more pattern. Yes, you can use anything you want, just come back to completion, that's all. You can. Everything in this session I am trying to teach you is completion is your simple decision. That is incompletion. That is what I am telling. Run to the bathroom immediately. Take a diarrhea patient. Complete, drop, and come to the space of completion. Actually, I am teaching you to live in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Perpetually living in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Perpetually living in the space of Advaita. Perpetually living in the space of completion. That's what I am teaching you guys now. Especially after this morning, today's initiation, you will see I am sitting here and I'll make you guys live in the perpetual completion. Even that is one more incompletion. Go into it, the self-doubt. See, all these days we pulled out many incompletions from inside and completed. Today we are just looking, whoever comes to fight with you, you are going to fight with them. That's all. We don't call for Mahabharat war. Whoever comes on the way to fight with you, finish them. No, every thought is a powerlessness. Shall we start? Yes. You don't need to close your eyes or tie the ribbon. Just sit. If you want to close your eyes, you can close. If you want, you can pick up your mirror. Let's start. I bless you all to achieve complete completion.
So beautifully, we have seen just now a beautiful inner awakening session where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly handling every single doubt that that the participants are having. See how beautifully and compassionately he's attending to everyone and encouraging everyone, and also being very assertive in telling people that it is very important to attend to the process in a very healing way, as well as actually attend to it. Don't brush it aside, don't brush it under the carpet. Don't attend to yourself in any hateful way. Attend to yourself with pure awareness. Not and don't be lazy. Don't be scared either. So he's beautifully like a mother, literally attending to each and every person, and that exclusive attention is how you should also be able to aspire to have for ourselves. And in his example of how he is just attending to everyone's question about looking in, and their frustrations about looking into themselves, looking into their thoughts, and looking into the past wounds or whatever it may be, in their frustrations or in their fear or hatred towards doing that, how beautifully the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is just so, as a mother, compassionately telling people to move forward, keep going, you will be able to do it, it is possible. There is no one else in the world so kindly, like a mother, taking care of every single person that is coming in front of him, and ensuring that enlightenment is delivered as an experience in people. And this is the promise of his darshan, the promise of his Paramashiva program. You can directly have that kind of a audience with him. In fact, when you attend to the Paramashiva darshan today, you can go to the link that is presented below you, or scan the QR code. You will be able to actually have a personal audience with him, where you can ask your prayer or any question or anything that you want healed from, or anything that you're struggling to be able to complete with, whatever it may be going on in your life. Express that to him, as he is there for that. He is literally the embodiment of the mother of the cosmos, attending to everyone as her own child, as her own manifestation. So in the same way, you will be able to receive his blessings and receive his direct message to you for today. And that is an exclusive experience that you can experience only at this time, where the Parmashiva program is being offered free for anyone, any part of the world, any age, any kind of person you can be, and you can attend the Paramashiva program right now. So go to the link below without further ado, and let us get back into understanding this beautiful understanding of perpetual completion, and how it is a beautiful way of literal self-inquiry, looking into yourself. And we are explaining how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism taught the beautiful space of being unclutched, and taught us how to be in the space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, as he was sharing. And beautifully inside the Paramashiva program, just infusing us with the possibility that it is possible, and how he was sharing beautifully in the clip that we just watched, how every thought that we have doesn't have a permanent existence, rather it has a continuous existence. And specifically, he was pinpointing the pain that people experience. Maybe you may be having small pains in your body, or may due to some injury or some other psychosomatic problem that you may be having. You may be feeling some physical pain in your body, and he's saying even to that you can attend to it with this technique of perpetual completion. And where does it come from? Where does the source come from? What is the actual action that we are doing? What are the pure words that we are telling ourselves? We are telling and coming from a space of pure questioning, literally looking in and asking the real questions of, where is the source? Where is the source of this thought? Where is this coming from? Who is telling it? And in this way of inquiry, you get to question every aspect that is there inside of you. Every thought that happens inside of you is dealt with. Every way it is dealt with directly and handled in a manner of inquiry. Where are you coming from? Where is it that you come from? Isn't it? And it's a beautiful way to tend to the verbal nature of our inner chatter, of continuously telling something or the other that is just random, but attending to it with awareness, with intelligence, with a beautiful, gentle awareness. You will be able to attend to every single part of you. And as you see the continuous stream of thoughts happening, how you are going to manifest, how you are going to attend to them, the care with which you attend to them, and the attention with which you give to them in this pure questioning manner, not to provoke or not to trigger, but to inquire and to find the source. It is a beautiful a conversation, or a way you can really dive into yourself, is what this technique of being in clutch or perpetual completion is what you can experience. So when you do this pure questioning, your consciousness starts to shift towards a beautiful embodied state of awareness, and in this state where you can perceive the depth of everything that is there around you. When you go through with everything in your life with this depth of experience, you breathe, inhale and exhale with depth, you listen with that depth, you will converse with that depth, you see or eat with the same depth. In that way, when you attend to every part of your life, or every thought that you're having with your pure questioning, and in this state you experience a beautiful connection between your consciousness that you feel you are and that world around you, the cosmos around Paramashiva himself, and you realize that you are not just individual separated from everything around you. You will feel that you are a part of this beautiful cosmic Leela of Paramashiva, and your boundaries will start diminishing. When these boundaries of you start becoming more dissolved, you'll basically see how these small patterns or small physical pains will just become redundant, because you became so big, you became more than what you were considering yourself before. You are literally experiencing your state as an embodied consciousness, and this is what is the beautiful experience when we look into ourselves with this pure questioning attitude. And with this pure questioning attitude, it opens up a beautiful gateway to be able to really discover your true self and have a profound awakening. And this is what the beauty that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says is that which is Sahaja Samadhi. And this is some of the truths that we experience when we have this attitude of pure questioning and looking into ourselves with this simple attitude of awareness and seeing every aspect of ourselves in this way of looking in and looking at everything and inside of us as a continuous stream, a continuous happening, as we were just explaining earlier, showing everything as fishes jumping in an ocean. And this is one of the beautiful techniques that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares with us. It's profound state of consciousness, and these many people can be able to understand once you are able to tap into this, just doing this technique. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. The Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, and one of the most quoted verses by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism of Bhagavad Gita is this particular verse, saying that just doing this one technique, just following a little bit of dharma, can go a long way and can help you conquer the biggest fears in your life. And as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was beautifully sharing in just the video that we just saw, just by this simple technique of perpetually completing with every single thought inside of you, you can directly address with some of the biggest problems or cognitions that wrong cognitions that you have been understanding what life is, and understanding that maybe you're a small person or a weak person or inferior person. Those also can be tackled with just this perpetual completion, this continuous nurturing and healing yourself and consciously attending to yourself in this beautiful intelligent way is something that is not offered anywhere else in the world. Maybe this is the rarest thing that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving directly from the Hindu scriptures and telling you, you are this is your state. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is your very right, your birthright to be able to be in that space and know where you can find this much of love, this much of attentiveness, and this much of care to be able to let you heal from the past properly and really manifest yourself as something powerful, as something that is super consciousness itself. And that is the love and the care of the master or the guru in our lives. When he happens in our lives, when he manifests in our lives, the very way he attends to every single question that we have, every single problem that we have, he just manifests himself as the life around you. You will start seeing that most of the things around you are just a message of him. And that is the way he was even sharing, how you may be having a distraction when you're doing this perpetual completion, or you may be having some other thoughts or something else distracts you. Even those thoughts, he says, manifest to remind you to go back to the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, go back to your original state. These are as a reminder, and this is one of the beautiful things that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing through the initiation of Sahaja Samadhi. So today we're going to have a beautiful darshan in a few moments of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be right back after a few moments. Right now, you should gather everyone in your house, everyone that you know, and share this link, share this video, because on this very live stream, you will be seeing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's darshan. And if you want to be able to interact and want to talk to him and get to know and have a guru in your life and see what all that means and how that's such an exciting part of next phase of your life that you can journey into, you can join the Parmashiva Home session. In fact, right now, registering for the program, just go to the link below that is being presented and register yourself, get into a Zoom room where you'll be able to personally send your message, personally ask for a blessing from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for any of the seeking that you're doing, or for beautiful enlightenment or perpetual completion itself, whatever it may be. Don't miss this opportunity. Right now, the Parmashivam program is free, and it's beautifully being offered as a gift to everyone in this 4 months Chaturmasya period, where the whole cosmos itself, Parmashiva himself, is sitting and doing the meditation, doing this practice of samadhi. And when we're all just in this space of beautiful self-inquiry, looking inside and living perpetually blissful, we are the best time in the world. And just go to the link below and you can sign up. So take a few moments to gather everyone and go ahead and sign up for the Paramashiva Home program. And we'll be right back with you and talking specifically about the various murtis that are going to be manifesting in the Paramashivam darshan when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism graces us in a few moments. So we'll be right back.
Nityanandeshwara Samaram Nityanandeshwari Madhyamam Astam Vandeyam. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Matam tadeva brahmatvam viddhi netam yatitam upasate yat chakshusha na pashyati yena chakshumshi pashyati tadeva brahmatvam viddhi netam yatitam upasate yashrotrena na shrunoti yenas shrotramitam shrutam tadeva brahmatvam viddhi netam yatitam upasate yat pranena na praniti yena prana praniyate తతేవ బ్రహ్మత్వం విద్ధినేతం యతితముపాసతే. Listen, the essence of all these verses, not which can be seen, but through which it is seen. Listen, this verse has two dimensions. For example, you are seeing the hill. Beautiful, large hill ranges covered in snow. The world, that hill, and when it is perceived, the perception and experience you go through in my world, means in your world, both are not ultimate. See who is perceiving inside my world and who is showing outside as the world. In both, if you start seeing the source, you will find Sadashiva. If you start looking, who is showing my world, your world, you will straight have the experience of Sadashiva. If you start looking, who is showing here as the world, who is manifesting, you will start experiencing directly Adi Shakti, but both ultimately. Adi Shakti or Sadashiva. Listen, looking with depth, listening from the depth, breathing to the depth. Everything, if you start looking at the source, you will do it from the depth. Understand all the suffering of human beings because you are superficial. Depth brings powerfulness, joy. Anything, whether it is breathing, seeing, listening, cognizing, anything happens from the source, from the depth, is Paravidya. Anything happens superficially, Aparavidya. Understand? I never studied the regular Aparavidya, not because it was difficult, but because it was too shallow. That is what I am teaching to my Gurukul kids. I am seeing every day they are evolving, able to make the Aparavidya redundant. I'll make these schools, textbooks, all that so easy for the kids. They will know Aparavidya is too shallow, so that they will start putting their energy into Paravidya, Parameshwari, Srividya, Adi Shakti. The science of enlightenment is Srividya. The science of finding the source
is Sri Vidya, the science of finding who is seeing, who is listening, who is breathing, and who is cognizing. Listen. Repeat the verses once more and you will understand. The fifth verse, Yat vachanapyatitam yena vachapyudyate, which cannot be described by words, but which is the source of the vak. The speech does not illumine, reveal, but which makes the speech happen. First. Second, the sixth verse. Yanmanasana manute yena hurmano matam, means cannot be cognized by the mana, but which makes mana cognize, which makes mana operate. Next.
Beautifully, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revealing directly from the Kena Upanishad the truths about the perpetual completion and how to be in that state. Beautifully, is giving an example of the beautiful mountain and how you can experience the seer, seen, and the seeing. How you can experience all three as one. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is now in a few moments going to manifest in several incarnations of Paramashiva, showing the forms of Paramashiva. These are namely the Kama Dahana Murthy, where the Paramashiva himself opens his third eye and destroys the god of Kama, or the god of desire, and with his third eye, when the Kama or Manmadha shot the arrow of that will trying to see if the arrow would put Paramashiva into a state of infatuation to come out of his penance. Nothing happened to Paramashiva. In fact, he opened his third eye and was burnt Kama, and immediately of course blessed the Kama and gave him life again, and gave him the oneness experience. Of course, this represents us being able to awaken the third eye and coming over our delusions and really conquering desire, not being bound to this worldly desires or anything, but being able to be liberated and powerful. That's the Kama Dahana Murthy, that is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be giving the darshan as the one who his third eye opens at that moment when desires arise. Then Bhairava Murthy is a fierce and powerful form of Paramashiva, who is often depicted with a wrathful expression, and is just Paramashiva, most ferocious form, and actually one of the most beautiful, compassionate, caring, loving father, that is Bhairava. And Bhairava, he is the one who is the Lord of time, and he removes the delusion of the limitations and of course the false egos that we have inside us. Kankala Murthy, the Lord of the one who lives in amongst the cremation ground. And then the Simhagna Murthy, who is the lion rider, and the form of Paramashiva is depicted riding on a majestic lion, and this form shows fearlessness and ability to conquer the inner and outer challenges in the life, and it represents the triumph of the powerful divine over any negativity or darkness. And then Matsya Samhara Murthy, when the demon of Matsya consumed and stole away the sacred Vedas, Paramashiva manifests to bring out the Vedas and end this taking away of the Vedas by the Matsya. And then the Vaduka Murthy, which is a form of Paramashiva, is portrayed holding an instrument and beautifully showing us the rhythm of life and the beautiful creation and through the music. And Kshetrapaala is a form of Paramashiva, often is shown as a protector, as the Kshetrapaala, as the one who is the Bhairava, who protects us and guards us. Is like a guardian who's just a person who takes care, and is not just takes care of us physically, but also through all of our levels, preventing us from falling into further suffering, further delusions, or further wrong ideas or wrong cognitions or powerlessness in our lives. That is also something that Kshetrapaala Paramashiva protects us from. And then the Rakthabiksha Pradana Murthy is the form of Paramashiva who goes for alms and signifies his compassionate nature, going to everyone and giving the blessings. And then Brahmashirachethana Murthy, which is a form of Parmashiva that is representing pure super consciousness, and it is as transcending all dualities and exists as the ultimate reality, all encompassing existence. And finally, all of these forms of Paramashiva are just the expression of his divine love. It represents the boundless, unconditional love of Paramashiva, who is there for us always, guiding us and sharing with us. As we become more and more Hindu, the more and more Hindu we practice and the more Hindu we become, we understand the truth of life positivity of everything around us. Everything is for life. Everything doesn't fall apart. Everything falls in place. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, such precious ways he tells us to again and again remember that Paramashiva's love is always there showering on us. It is us who all have to just connect to him and understand. And beautifully, it is through these darshans also you will be able to experience that reality as a reality in your life, that he is there, he is protecting, he is taking care, he is all compassionate Paramashiva, who is there continuously with us. And this is something that we share as the very love of Paramashiva. So all of these darshans are going on. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving so much of time, so much of love, and being there for us every single day. And you can see the darshan, of course, in the continuous stream that is going on in this channel, or you can also log into the Zoom room after you register for the Parmashiva Home session, Parmashiva program, and you can ask your personal questions or queries or blessings specifically for anything you want, or any healing you want, or any clarity that you want in your completion that you may be doing in your life, whatever it may be. Bring everyone, go around your home, go around your neighborhood, share as to as many loved ones or friends or acquaintances as you want this particular stream, and let them also know that the darshan is coming. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is going to share with us and grace us and these powerful forms of Parmashiva, and really give us a glimpse of the higher realities that we can live in, and putting us and blessing us to be in the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in Sahaja Samadhi, being in perpetual completion. It's going to be a beautiful darshan, and all of you can join us, and don't miss any of the darshans in this program specifically, just because this is a $21,000 program that is being gifted free to the whole world in this time, for bringing out the possibility of enlightenment for anybody and everybody. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is so compassionate in this time, giving us the empowering us with really seeking and finding the truth of Paramashivoham, the oneness with Paramashiva within us. So we are about the end of this segment on the introduction, but let us get ready. Sit in a beautiful and comfortable position. Get yourself ready to see the darshan of Paramashiva that's going to be happening in a few moments. Thank you all for joining us, and let us get ready to see the darshan. Thank you. Nithyanandam.
I violent weekend across the country. There were several mass shootings, including 2 here in California.
Rate rises, inflation, the war in Ukraine and the end of COVID have created a unique set of financial challenges.
A recent HHS government health survey found that nearly half of young adults 18 to 25 had experienced either substance use or mental health disorder during the height of the pandemic.
And visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in inner space, and perform the Mula Bandha as you do so.
Nityanam everybody. We welcome each and every one of the viewers who are sitting with us from all over the world for today's yet another powerful session. Followed by the very special Darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
By manifesting myself as Bhairava in all of you, I will raise you all to Turyatita. I myself will conduct the process and manifest myself as Bhairava in all of you.
வராண்டா கருப்பழக அவ எங்க பேரழக பாக்கத்தான் கோபக்கார உண்மையில பாசக்காரன் காலத்தின் கடவுளடா கருணையில் கடலடா கும்பிட மருகணமே தரிசனம் கொடுப்பாண்டா கூப்பிட குரலுக்கு ஓடி வந்து நிற்பாண்டா காவல் கேட்டா காசூலம் தாங்கி காப்பாண்டா வராண்டா கருப்பழக வராண்டா கருப்பழக அவ எங்க பேரழக சந்தன பாட்டுக்காரன் சப்பாது வாசக்காரன் வாராண்டா கருப்பழகன் அவன் எங்க பேரழகன் பாக்கத்தான் கோவக்காரன் உண்மையில பாசக்காரன் கால பூஜைகடா செய்யு பாக்கியம் கிடைச்சதடா கற்று வச்ச மந்திரமும் கண்ண கண்டது மறந்ததடா ஏழு கால
रुद्राय ते नमः वीरभद्राय ते नमः नित्यानन्दाय ते नमः
ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ. ಕಾಲನೇ ರುದ್ರನೇ ವೀರಭದ್ರನೇ ಕಾಲ ಭೈರವನಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರುವೆ. ಕಾಲನೇ ರುದ್ರನೇ ವೀರಭದ್ರನೇ ಕಾಲ ಭೈರವನಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರುವೆ. ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ. ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ. ಈ ಧರೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲಹಲು ನೀ ಬಂದಿಹನೆ ಜೀವನ್ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯ ನೀ ಕೊಡುವವನೇ. ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೇ.
ಚಂದ್ರಕಲಾಧರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸಸಿವದನ ಶಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಚಂದ್ರಕಲಾಧರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸಸಿವದನ ಶಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಗೌರಿ ಶಂಕರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕನಕ ಸವೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಗೌರಿ ಶಂಕರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕನಕ ಸವೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಕರುಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅರುಣಾಚಲೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಕರುಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅರುಣಾಚಲೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಕೇಶವ ನರಹರಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಕೇಶವ ನರಹರಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಮುರಳಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮುರಳಿ ಮನೋಹರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಮುರಳಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮುರಳಿ ಮನೋಹರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಗೋಕುಲ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಟವರ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಗೋಕುಲ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಟವರ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. Hare Nithyananda, Nithyananda, Hare Nithyananda, Nithyananda, Hare Nithyananda, Nithyananda, Hare
देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाम्रि पङ्कजं व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे देवराजसेव्यमान पावनाम्रि पङ्कजं व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरं नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे
புரியும் ஈசனே சூழலை பொடி பூசி உடுக்கை தனையேந்தும் காலனே புலிதோலனே விழியால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே ஞாயிறு திங்கள் நித்த முறைகின்ற செவ்விழி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொற்கனே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமுடி காணா அண்ணாமலையே அகிலம் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே ஆவரணனே நால்வர் போற்றிட நயமுடனாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழ காலம் உண்டு ஆழம் காடுதடில் ஆனந்த நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே மங்கையிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை முடி பூசி உடுகை அணையேது காலனே புலிதோலனே நீரின் விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே மங்கையவளிடம் கொண்டு நீயாடி வாடியால் திருவினைகள் தீர்த்தருளவே நித்யனே இடவத்தின் மேலேறிவாள் என்றென்றும் ஈசனை தானாடிட புவிதனில் சுந்தரனை நீயாடிவாள் தினமும் நீ விசும்பு தந்தருளவே நேசனே மலனே நீயாடிவாள் இமையோர்கள் பின்னலை கலந்திடும் தேவா தேவாதி தேவா சதாசிவா பாபா குருவாக வந்து திருவருள் புரிவாய் நித்யானந்தனே முக்தி தரவாவா உரைகின்ற பிரமனே நீயாடிவா உரைபவனே அப்பாய் காட்சி தரும் எங்கள் ஆணை காவலசே ஆதிகந்தமிழாத ஜோதியாய் அருணகிரி உரைநாதனே உலகை இயக்கிடும் வாயு வடிவே காலகத்தி ஈசனே தொழுதிடத்தில்லை நகர்தனி வானில் ஆடும் கூத்தனே பஞ்சபூதமும் நித்தம் பணியும் பரமனே பரமேசனே ரசித நித்ய வைபவ குப்த கைலை வாசனே ஈசனே சர்வேசனே பரமேசனே ஜெகதீசனே நித்யனே ஆனந்தனே என் ஜீவனே குருதேவனே நித்யனே ஆனந்தனே என் ஜீவனே குருதேவனே நித்யனே ஆனந்தனே என் ஜீவனே
திருநாளில் நித்யனின் திவ்ய தரிசனம் கருணையாய் நித்யன் கையிலையில் தந்த நிகரில்லாத உயர் தரிசனம் உலகையே இங்கு கடவுளாய் மாற்ற கடவுளே தரும் தரிசனம் கவிதையாய் மாற வரிகளும் ஏங்கும் கரையில்லாத உயர் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யானந்த தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யன் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் தெய்வ தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யன் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் தெய்வ தரிசனம்
தரிசனம் ஞானத்தின் ரூபமாய் தெய்வத்திருக்கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் ஆனந்த புரிதலில் நித்தியம் அரசாட்சி செய்யும் தரிசனம் ஞானத்தின் ரூபமாய் தெய்வத்திருக்கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் அன்பு வழிதனை அண்டம் முழுதிலும் நித்தியதும் என்றும் நிலை பெற செய்யும் தரிசனம் இதுவோ பொங்கும் கடல் என பக்தர் குழுமிட நித்தியனின் தெய்வ தரிசனம் புண்ணிய தரிசனம் அல்லவோ அருள் வாழ்வின் பொருள் இந்த தரிசனம் அரைநாதன் முதல் நாளின் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யானந்த தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் வளம் ஓங்க பூமியில் நித்யன் தவ கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் வரம் வேண்டி பக்தரும் நித்யனின் பதம் நாடக்கூடும் தரிசனம் வளம் ஓங்க பூமியில் நித்யன் தவ கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் மண்ணும் மகிழ்ந்திடும் விண்ணும் உறைந்திடும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை கடந்திடும் திவ்ய தரிசனம் எதுவோ பக்தர்களும் பொங்கும் எண்ணம் கடந்திட தியானம் தனி வையம் தனி சொல்ல வந்த தரிசனம் அல்லவோ அருள் வாழ்வின் பொருள் இந்த தரிசனம் அரைநாதன் முதல் நாளின் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யானந்த தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம்.
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Kama Dahana Murthy, Bhairava Murthy, Kankala Murthy, Simhagna Murthy, Matsya Samhara Murthy, Vaduka Murthy, Kshetrapaala Murthy, Murthy, Rakthabiksha Pradana Murthy, Brahmashirachethana Murthy, Vishabaharana Murthy, Samhara Murthy, and Matsya Samhara Murthy. I bless you all with the ultimate auspiciousness Paramashivatva. Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham. I free you all from Kala, time. Your body and mind and inner being is liberated from the effects of time. Get your Atma Linga now. Keep it in your palms near Ananda Gandha, above the navel, below the Anahata. This is the area. Keep your Atma Linga in your hand and keep it near your Ananda Gandha and sit now. I'll awaken Paramashiva intensely in you. And I'll liberate all of you from time, Kala. I'll free all of you from the time loop. Keep the Atmalinga near your Anandaganda. You will see now Atmalinga stands up automatically with the energy of Paramashiva. Om, Om, Om.
Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
रङ्गनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकं काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुं नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरं ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनं लोकमोहदैन्यलोभगोपदापनाशनं ते प्रयान्ति कालभैरवां सन्निधिं ध्रुवम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे
மண்ணே மாமலையே மணியே மாணிக்கமே மரகதமே வைரமே பொன்னே புகழ் சேர் பொன்மலையே சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா அஞ்ஞான கடல் நீங்கி கணக்கு ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் குருநாதா நித்யானந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் நித்யா கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி புடுக்கை தனையேந்தும் காலனே புடி தோலனே நீதி பிடியால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல் கலை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே ஞாயிறு திங்கள் நித்த முறைகின்ற செவ்விழி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொற்கனே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமுடி காணா மலையே அகிலம் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே ஆவரணனை நால்வர் போற்றிட நயமுடனாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழகாலம் உண்டு ஆழம் காடுதடில் ஆனந்த நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே மங்கையிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி உடுகை அணையேந்து காலனே புலி தோலனே நீரின் விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே மங்கையவளிடம் கொண்டு நீயாடிவாடியாற்று இருவினைகள் தீர்த்தருளவே நித்யனே இடவத்தின் மேலேறிவா என்றென்றும் விரிசடை தானாடிட புவிதனில் சுந்தரனை நீயாடிவா தினமும் நீ விசும்பு தந்தருளவே நேசனே மலனே நீயாடிவா இமையோர்கள் இன்னலை கலந்திடும் தேவா தேவாதி தேவா சதா சிவா பாபா குருவாக வந்து திருவருள் புரிவாய் நித்யானந்தனே முக்தி தரவாவா விடதியில் உரைகின்ற பிரமனே நீயாடிவா மண்ணாய் உரைபவனே அப்பாய் காட்சி தரும் எங்கள் ஆணை காவரசே ஆதிகந்தமிழாத ஜோதியாய் அருணகிரி உரைநாதனே உலகி இயக்கிடும் வாயு வடிவே காலகத்தி ஈசனே தொழுதிடத்தில்லை நகர்தனி வானில் ஆடும் கூத்தனே பஞ்சபூதமும் நித்தம் பணியும் பரமனே பரமேசனே நித்ய ரசித நித்ய வைபவ குப்த கைலை வாசனே ஈசனே சர்வேசனே பரமேசனே ஜெகதீசனே நித்யனே ஆனந்தனே என் ஜீவனே குருதேவனே
உளமெல்லாம் பூக்க துவக்க திருநாளில் நித்யனின் திவ்ய தரிசனம் கருணையாய் நித்யன் கையிலையில் தந்த நிகரில்லாத உயர் தரிசனம் உலகையே இங்கு கடவுளாய் மாற்ற கடவுளே தரும் தரிசனம் கவிதையாய் மாற வரிகளும் ஏங்கும் கரையில்லாத உயர் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யானந்த தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யன் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் தெய்வ தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யன் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் தெய்வ தரிசனம்
அரசாட்சி செய்யும் தரிசனம் ஞானத்தின் ரூபமாய் தெய்வ திருக்கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் ஆனந்த புரிதனில் நித்யன் அரசாட்சி செய்யும் தரிசனம் ஞானத்தின் ரூபமாய் தெய்வ திருக்கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் அன்பு வழிதனை அண்டம் முழுதிலும் நித்யனும் என்றும் நிலை பெற செய்யும் தரிசனம் இதுவோ பொங்கும் கடலென பக்த குழுமிட நித்யனின் தெய்வ தரிசனம் புண்ணிய தரிசனம் அல்லவோ அருள் வாழ்வின் பொருள் இந்த தரிசனம் மறைநாதன் முதல் நாளின் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம் நித்யானந்த தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் பதம் நாடக்கூடும் தரிசனம் வளம் ஓங்க பூமியில் நித்யன் தவ கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் வரம் வேண்டி பக்தரும் நித்யனின் பதம் நாடக்கூடும் தரிசனம் வளம் ஓங்க பூமியில் நித்யன் தவ கோலம் பூண்ட தரிசனம் மண்ணும் மகிழ்ந்திடும் விண்ணும் முறைந்திடும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை கடந்திடும் திவ்ய தரிசனம் எதுவோ பக்தர்களும் பொங்கும் எண்ணம் கடந்திட தியானம் தனி வையம் தனி சொல்ல வந்த தரிசனம் அல்லவோ அருள் வாழ்வின் பொருள் இந்த தரிசனம் மறைநாதன் முதல் நாளின் தரிசனம் தரிசனம் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் ஞானபீட மகாசம்ஸ்தான சிம்ஹாசன தரிசனம் தரிசனம்
नित्यानन्द दर्शनम् ज्ञानपीठ महासंस्थान सिंहासन दर्शनम् दर्शनम् विकल्पतरु दर्शनम् ज्ञानपीठ महासंस्थान सिंहासन दर्शनम्
Shivaya स्वनिविशो नीलकण्ठ उमापतिः विश्वरूपः स्वयं श्रेष्ठो बलवीरो बलो गणः गणकर्ता गणपतिर्दिक्वासा कामयेव च मन्त्रवित् परमो मन्त्रः सर्वभावकरो हरः ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः
Ask now. Paramashiva will shower you with answers, blessings, boons, giving clarifications and showering you with all the auspiciousness. Sarita Pasupaleti Tatastu. I'll be with you, your kids and your parents. Tatastu. Corina Barbu. Tatastu. Through WhatsApp, Venkatesh. I give you the boon. Within next 48 hours, you will have the darshan of Lalita Tripura Sundari. Devi Lalita Tripura Sundari will appear and give you darshan. You will experience Paramadvaita oneness with me completely. Sri Nitya Kailasananda Tatastu. I'll shower you with wealth. Sarvanyaki Pitakarta Shivapunya Praptirastu. You will get the punya of becoming Sarvanya Pitakarta. Om. Alicia Morisi Tatastu. Alicia Morisi Tatastu for what you asked. I'll take care of your mother. I'll take care of you. I'll heal your mother and you both. Don't worry. Anjali Oza. I'll take care of your grandmother. Kanta Pamar. I'll take care of you, your whole family. Nitin Pamar. Bhavna Pamar. Blessings to all of you. Don't worry. Anjali Oza. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Vinayaka. Vinayaka Shrikanta Tatastu. Ananda.
அழகு திருநடமிடும் எங்கள் அம்மை
Fame and all the success, auspiciousness. Tatastu. Shiv Pandit Tatastu. Lakshmi V through WhatsApp. Lakshmi V Tatastu. Jayavardhan Tatastu. Shiv Pandit Tatastu. Sellayya Selvanayaga Raja Tatastu. Kim Ki Tatastu. I'll take care of your staff, Chris Kang and Marcus Chu.
ಮಯನಲವ ತಗ 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 ಬೆನಾಡಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರುನಾಥನೇ ನೀ ಆಡಿವ ತಗ 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 ಬೆನಾಡಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಶಕ್ತಿ ஆடிவா ஆடும் பதநாதம் மனம் தாண்டடி தரும் வேதம் போதும் அது போதும் புவி மீதில் விரண்ட வேண்டும் வழி காட்டிட மீட்டமை காத்திட ஆனந்த பொங்கி வர தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா கிரி சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா மாமரை போற்றிடும் மாதவன் நித்யனும் ஆனந்தமாய் பூமியை காத்திடும் ஆனந்த தாண்டவமாட அந்த பாவங்கள் ஏழேழு ஜென்மத்து பாவங்கள் போக்கிவிடும் கீதையை தந்தது அல்லவா மாமரை போற்றிடும் மாதவன் நித்யனும் ஆனந்தமாய் பூமியை காத்திடும் ஆனந்த தாண்டவமாட அந்த பாவங்கள் ஏழேழு ஜென்மத்து பாவங்கள் போக்கிவிடும் கீதையை தந்தது அல்லவா கூடும் உயர் வாழ்வும் அது ஆனந்த எல்லை அல்லவா சேரும் வரும் யாவும் மெய் ஞானத்தை காட்டும் அல்லவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா கிரி சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா பண்டு செத்து பாடுகிறோம் நித்யனே நீ ஆடிவா கண்டசவில் எண்ணம் யாவும் மாய்த்திடவே ஓடிவா பண்டு செத்து பாடுகிறோம் நித்யனே நீ ஆடிவா கண்டசவில் எண்ணம் யாவும் மாய்த்திடவே ஓடிவா அப்பையல்லவா அப்பனல்லவா ஆண்டு கொண்டு மயனல்லவா அப்பையல்லவா அப்பனல்லவா ஆண்டு கொண்டு மயனல்லவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா கிரி சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா
As Paramashiva, inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Visualize, meditate, connect with him. He is a living, alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva.
Daga 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 benadiva nitya dandagiri shaktiye niyadiva. Meghalaya tirundu மின்னுமட்டி மகுட மாட்ட மெய்மையாவும் ஓங்கிட்ட தங்க உத்திராட்ச மாட்ட தீபையாவும் நீங்கிட்ட அச்சம் கொன்றிட ஆசை வென்றிட அழுமன மடக்கி விட அச்சம் கொன்றிட ஆசை வென்றிட அழுமன மடக்கி விட தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா இரு சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா அன்னை உருவாக எங்கள் அழகு தெய்வம் ஆடிட தந்தை என்ன வீரம் கொண்டு சூலம் கைய தாங்கிட அன்னை உருவாக எங்கள் அழகு தெய்வம் ஆடிட தந்தை என்ன வீரம் கொண்டு சூலம் கைய தாங்கிட கொஞ்சம் சிரிப்பாய் சொன்ன சொற்களோ கொண்ட இடர் போக்கி விட கொஞ்சம் சிரிப்பாய் சொன்ன சொற்களோ கொண்ட இடர் போக்கி விட தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா இறை சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா குருநாதனே நீ ஆடிவா தக 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 வெனாடிவா நித்யானந்தா இறை சக்தியே நீ ஆடிவா
Renu Ravikiran, birthday blessings. Renu Ravikiran, birthday blessings for you. Bhavani Veerayya Tatastu.
அடிகுண்டு திரும்ப வரான் கலியுக அவதாரம் சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் புது யுகம் பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த
Om Harilina, Shri Harilina, grow herbs, plants needed for health. Aushada, grow all the Aushada items. You will be successful. You will earn wealth, name, success. Do the farming of plants needed as medicine. Medicinal plants and medicinal herbs. Blessings.
பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவமே இனி இடிக்குது கேளுடா சிவ எழுந்து வாரான் பாருடா தக தக நீ பிடிக்குதா குடி கோட்டை தாண்டி பறக்குதா சிவரூபம் தரித்து வந்து முக்காலம் கடந்து சென்று முடிவில்லா வாழ்க்கை தந்து குலங்காக்கும் சாதா சிவன் சொல்லிய பொய்கள் பல நூறு சொன்னாலுமே உன் புகழ் மாறாது தகதிமி தாளம் இது அதை அடக்கி ஆட இனி முடியாது ஆதி ஜோதி அவதாரன் எடுத்து வந்தவன்
சாவ கண்டு பயமும் இல்ல ஆள பிறந்தவன், அழியாத தெய்வ பூமி காக்க வளர்ந்தவன், கொள்கைக்காக எதையும் மறக்க துறக்க துணிஞ்சவன். சைவினமே பெற்ற புல்ல செந்தமிழும் நாவில் துள்ள, பாதையில தடைகள் பால தகர்ந்து உலகை வெல்ல, வைகையே வறண்ட போதும் வாழ்வினமே வீழ்ந்த போதும் வரலாறே மறைந்த போதும் வணங்காத சொக்கநாதனப்ப நித்திய துணையும் இருக்க தோல்வியே இல்லை, அவன் பாசத்துக்கு ஈடு இணை எதுவுமே இல்லை. என் அப்பனே நீ வந்துட்ட, என் துக்கத்தை எல்லாம் போக்கிட்ட, என் சிவனே நீ வந்துட்ட, வேண்டும் வரமெல்லாம் தந்துட்ட, நீ கடந்து சென்ற பாதையில் தங்க கோவில் கட்டியாளுற ஒரு வரமும் நீ தரணும், உன் மூச்சு காற்றுல வாழணும். வாழ்வின் கீதம் அது நித்யானந்தமே, உலகெங்கும் ஒலிக்கும் ஓசை நித்யானந்தமே, என்றும் மாறாத சக்தி ஒன்று நித்யானந்தமே, கைலையை அமைத்து ஆளும் நித்யானந்தனே. படைகொண்டு திரும்ப வரான் கலியுக அவதாரம், சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் பொது யுகம், பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வரான் விஸ்வரூபம், கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவம். படைகொண்டு திரும்ப வரான் கலியுக அவதாரம், சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் பொது யுகம், பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வரான் விஸ்வரூபம், கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவமே.
சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான், கைலையின் நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான். சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான், கைலையின் நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான்.
நித்யானந்தா 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 நித்யானந்தா.
ஞானமும் கொண்ட சக்தியும் பரமனாக நெஞ்சில் பதித்தது, அஷ்ட சக்தியும் 10 திசைகளும் உன் புகழை பறைசாற்றியது. கைலையை படைத்த கலைஞனே கைலை நாயகா பரமேஸ்வரா, உந்தன் அருமையை அகிலம் பரப்பிட படையெடுப்பனே மாஹேஸ்வரா.
இது ஆதி சைவம் போற்றும் எங்கள் தேசம், ஆடி பாடி கொண்டாடிடும் கூட்டம் என்று முந்தன் அழகு கவிதை பேசும். ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா, சிவன் அருளோட சக்திகள் வெளிப்படும், பைரவனின் காவலோட அகிலத்தை ஆண்டிடும் வீரன், அவன் வழி நடந்திட அவனோட வாழ்ந்திட வேண்டி வந்தேன் நானும் அவனோட சேன.
ஒரு பார்வையில் என் முக்கண் திறந்தாய், பரமசிவனாய் வாழ்ந்திட வைத்தாய், நானும் போற்றும் கடவுளே இந்த கலியுகத்தில் என்னை காத்திடுவாய். பார்க்கடல் கடந்திட வந்த நஞ்சை தானே உண்ட நீலகண்டன், இவன் ஆடும் பிரளயத்தை அடங்கியாண்டிட ஆதிசக்தியின் வடிவு கொண்டான். ஆதி சைவத்தை காத்திட வேண்டும் விஸ்வரூபம் எடுத்து நிவா, கோடி அடிகளை தாங்கிய பரம்பரை எழுதில் நாங்கள் வீழ்வோமா.
மதுரையை ஆளும் அரசனாய் வந்த சொக்கனாய், ஆதி கைலையை அமைத்த நித்யனாய், சென்று கைலையை செய்த செங்கோல் தாங்கிய சங்கரா. நெஞ்சிலே உன்னன் குருவையும் உயிர் பக்தியும் கொண்ட தேவனே, இங்கு அஹிம்சையே உன்னன் வாழ்க்கையாய் வைத்து வாழ்ந்திடும் பரமணியடா. நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா, ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா, ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா, ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா.
ஹர ஹர மகாதேவ சரணோ சரணோ, நித்யானந்த சாமினி
நித்யானந்த சாமி அப்பா சரணம் சரணம். உங்களை பார்க்க நாங்க வரணும் வரணும் சாமி. கைலாசநாதரப்பா சரணம் சரணம். எங்க குலசாமி அப்பா வரணும் வரணும். ஹரஹர மகாதேவ சரணம் சரணம் சாமி. நித்யானந்த சாமி நீங்க வரணும் வரணும் சாமி.
Through Instagram, the question, Geeta Binda Fali, my blessings for you and your husband, your kids, you will be showered with wealth. Boom.
மனசு நிறைஞ்சு போச்சு. அப்பனுக்கு அப்பனப்பா இளமாண்ட சித்தனப்பா. அன்னையும் தந்தையும் இல்லா பிள்ளைக்கு ஆதரவாய் நின்னரப்பா. ஹரஹர மகாதேவ சரணம் சரணம் சாமி. நித்யானந்த சாமி நீங்க வரணும் வரணும் எப்பா. ஹரஹர மகாதேவ சரணம் சரணம். நித்யானந்த சாமி நீங்க வரணும் வரணும் சாமி. பெத்தெடுத்த தங்க மகனே 17 வயதினில பார்வோற்ற வந்த மகனே. அச்சம் எது இல்லாமலே அரியண தேடாமலே அன்பு நஞ்சம் கொண்டவரே ஆதரிக்கும் நல்லவரே. கண்ணை மூடி தவங்கடக்கும் எங்க குலசாமி. உங்களை பார்க்க நாங்க வரோம் வழிய கொஞ்சம் காமி. பக்தியில முக்தியப்பா பரமசிவன் பாதியப்பா. நித்த நித்தம் காட்சி தரும் நித்யானந்த சாமியப்பா. ஹரஹர மகாதேவ சரணம் சரணம். நித்யானந்த சாமி நீங்க வரணும் வரணும் சாமி. ஹரஹர மகாதேவ சரணம் சரணம். நித்யானந்த சாமி நீங்க வரணும் வரணும்
सवेरे रात दोपहरे बोलो सारे नमः शिवाय शंभो जय त्रिलोकनाथ मांगत पूरा सदा शिवाय शाम सवेरे रात दोपहरे बोलो सारे नमः शिवाय शंभो जय त्रिलोकनाथ हाथ में तेरे डमरू बाजे गले में
मुड़ने पाड़ुवोमे पेरानंद मुड़ने सद्गुरु पादमल सुडुवोमे सद्गुरु पादमल सुडुवोमे पाड़ी पाड़ी कोंडाडुवोमे गुरुनाथा गुरुनाथा என்று பாடிடுவோம் நித்யானந்தா நித்யானந்தா என்று பாடிடுவோம் குருநாதா குருநாதா என்று பாடிடுவோம் நித்யானந்தா நித்யானந்தா என்று பாடிடுவோம் குருநாதா குருநாதா என்று பாடிடுவோம் நித்யானந்தா நித்யானந்தா என்று பாடிடுவோம் குருநாதா குருநாதா என்று பாடிடுவோம் நித்யானந்தா நித்யானந்தா என்று பாடிடுவோம் நித்யானந்தா நித்யானந்த தேவா 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 நித்யானந்தா
तव चरणं जगत गुरु नित्यानंदा दर्शन दो परम कृपा नित्यानंदा
ga 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 pa ma ga ri ga ri ga 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 da pa da ma pa ga ri ga 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 pa ma ga ri sa ni da pa ma ga ga ri ga 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 pa ma ga ri ga ri ga 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 da pa da ma pa ga ri ga 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 pa ma ga ri sa ni da pa ma ga ga ri ga 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 pa ma ga ri ga ri ga 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 da pa da ma pa ga ri ga 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 pa ma ga ri sa ni da pa ma ga मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे
नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा
आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्त सभी जा बसे उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्त सभी जा बसे उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे
नित्यानंदा
गा 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 मा गा रि गा 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 मा मा गा 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 मा गा रि सा नि दा पा मा गा 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 मा गा रि गा 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 मा दा मा पा गा 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 मा गा रि सा नि दा पा मा गा
तेरे चेहरे में अलग चेतन और गहरे नयन पावन चेहरे में अलग चेतन और गहरे नयन पावन
मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्त सभी जा बसे उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे
नित्यानंदा
गा रि गा 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 मा गा रि गा रि गा 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 दा मा मा गा गा रि गा 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 मा गा रि सा नि दा पा मा गा गा रि गा 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 मा गा रि गा रि गा 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 दा मा गा गा रि गा 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 मा गा रि सा नि दा पा अब देखो ये कैसे देखे
alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda.
The two-way video conferencing. So anyone that wants to join, even now you all can join immediately to paramashivoham.org. And now we are going to be entering first into the power manifestation session. And right after that, we are going to be having the past life regression process. So we request all of you to stay tuned and first share with us. What did you love about today's darshan? What did you enjoy the most? Oh my God. Today's darshan was just so beautiful. So beautiful. I request each one of you to post in the chat. What did you love today in the darshan? What did you enjoy today in the darshan? People are posting. It's so beautiful. Every time it's really so beautiful to see the way each of you enjoy and experience. Okay, Mahapushkala is saying Swamiji is too beautiful. I know today, especially this so beautiful. I see like actually in all the comments today, one of the prominent word I see is like Swamiji is just so beautiful today. That she enjoyed Swamiji with the turban. I know there's a huge group of people who enjoy Swamiji whenever Swamiji comes with turban. Oh my God, so many of you are posting about turban today. Yes. And answering our questions. Yes, Madhurjiti, Swamiji's, oh my God, through all the social media platforms, Swamiji is taking live questions and answering. Majayanti is saying, feast for the eyes. Absolutely. I mean, feast for the whole being. It was just so beautiful, especially the way Swamiji, like, I mean, every aspect of the darshan, right? Ma Priyanka Chauhan has posted this very powerful initiation. And of course, the beautiful smile of Swamiji. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm seeing so many of you posting. You all can post what all did you enjoy in today's darshan and also make a video if possible on the social media platforms and post it on your social media platforms. Now, are all of us ready? Let's quickly enter into the power manifestation session. And right after that, we are going to be doing a very powerful past life regression process, meaning you are going to be able to go back to your past life, not just a few years earlier, but even before you assumed this body. Few births earlier, what were you and the patterns you were struggling with, and coming out of those patterns today, we are going to be doing that process. So please stay tuned and let's now do a quick round of power manifestation session. And right after that, we are going to be entering into the past life regression process.
Session that we are going to be doing is the manifesting the power of Swachandachari. Basically, each of you are going to be right now from the space of joy and bliss that you are in from darshan, from that space of oneness, right? Is that they want to manifest. Anything to manifest. And whatever they ask, just scan and identify what their obstacles. Example, let's say one person wants to buy a house. Okay. Now you're going to be scanning and identifying what is his or her obstacle in it. For example, it could be that they don't have the funds which is supposed to come from someone whom they had given the money to and they have not yet paid the money back. They stuck. Or let's say they recently had a loss. Whatever it is, you'll be able to scan precisely the point that they are stuck in. And you will be able to give the solution to them for that point. Understanding? Shall we all start? Okay. Now please connect to a partner and you can call any friend and just ask them to tell you any one problem, and you're going to be offering the solution. We're going to be doing just one round, and it is going to be very fast so that we all can enter into the Mriga Sharira Vasa and the past life regression process. So let us all get ready. I request all the participants to start. Sit straight.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Now, please relax. Please settle down. Let us all get ready to enter into the Mrigasharira Vasa process and the past life regression process. Now, we request all the participants, every one of you, to please be seated and make sure for the next 1 hour, you should not be disturbed and do not go anywhere, do not get disturbed. Just be in the space of complete completion and be available here, sitting and manifesting. Right? And sitting and having the experience. I request all the participants to please settle down,